make it into a soupy soup. Hey guys, it's Minnie from Vegan Living 24/7 and I am back to do another creative cupboard cooking video. Creative cupboard cooking. No, didn't work out. Alright, so I've been wanting to do this video and I've actually tried a few times. I've tried to do a second one. I'll link down below the first one for you guys. It was so much fun to do and I had a lot of positive feedback for it. So I actually tried doing it a couple times and I'm very sad to say, like, I didn't give myself enough time to do them and so I had to waste food. Yes. Sorry. I am not a perfect vegan. I'm struggling with this whole minimalist and like no waste kind of stuff. So basically the first time I tried to make dried beans. Like, I've never cooked any of the dried beans I have in my cupboard. Bad to say that, but I tried soaking them and then I got busy. I realized I had to go and do something and so I ended up having to throw it out. And then the next time was for this one. I was gonna make like a soup type thing with something like this, try to get creative with this. And so I started cooking it and then I realized I didn't have enough time, so I put it in the pot into the fridge and then I had to, it just like a week went by so I had to throw it out. And yeah, so technically speaking this did not come straight from my cupboard. Just a couple days ago I did go and purchase another one so I could make this video because I had this idea. So from Real Canadian Superstore I got these. So what they are is just like dried mushrooms. I've used this one once before. So there's this local restaurant here in the city that they have, it's Cafe Mosaics. Inside of their pho, a lot of people call it pho, but apparently it's pronounced pho. Their soup, it has like some sort of funky mushroom in it, which is like one of my favorite things about that soup. Anyway, so it's just called dried white fungus. I found it in the ethnic aisle. I would assume you can probably find it in a lot of different ethnic type stores, this sort of thing. You just have to put it into hot water and it'll soak up. You can probably put it into cold water too, but I don't think I want to eat these cold. Also, I have some of these noodles. There's not really a whole lot in here, so I might check out to see what else I have in my cupboard. I'm just going to try mixing those together and adding spices and whatever I can find in my fridge. I don't have a lot of items in my fridge right now either. So the whole purpose of this series is basically me trying to get creative with what I have in my cupboard instead of always going to the grocery store. I know I did buy the stock, but yeah, and just trying to use up stuff to be a little bit more minimalist and a little less wasteful. It hasn't been working out for me so far, but learning experience. Hopefully by video number 10 I will be successful and like just amazing at this. So I find that using this no salt stuff can sometimes be like too bland. So I'm definitely going to have to add some flavoring and I might have to add some salt or sea salt to it. I considered getting just like the one with salt, but I don't know. I'm trying to be healthier. Sometimes being healthier like also means that it's not going to taste super great. So we'll see. Alright, so I can heat this up. And I thought I could just like put this right in it and then put the mushrooms in it, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of options in my fridge for me to add for produce, so I have just this little bit of onion. I don't have any mushrooms, although I do have dried mushrooms, so that's good. But yeah, there's like cucumber, lettuce, and fruit, avocado. Avocado is a fruit, but you know what I mean. You don't really, I don't think I want to add that to soup. Do I? I don't know. Maybe I'll just try a little bit of it and taste test. So yeah, I'm running low on options. I'm definitely gonna have to go to the grocery store really soon. Just dropped my thing. My thing is like broken. Doesn't have all the, like, the little rubber pieces, so my thing always falls out. That was really scary. Get back in there. Stay. Yeah. So, what I was going to show is that my cupboard looks a lot more organized thanks to my boyfriend, Jeffrey. Careful, careful. So I just kind of wanted to show off the organization. And this is all like the baggy stuff. Not vegan, I know. I had bought this before going vegan. I still have it. Jeff, do you even eat that? Okay. And then like cereal and like, I don't know. I think he actually threw out a bunch of cereal because it was expired. So yeah, I'm just looking for more noodles. We also have stuff Now it's my messy kitchen. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we have more stuff here. What is this? So, just gonna keep looking, seeing if we got more noodly type stuff. Yep, see, I got more noodles. It's probably the same noodle. Just like opened the package and then ended up buying another pack. Well, yeah, see, this one's like all straight, the sticks, and then the other ones are like curled. Pretty much the same noodle. So the noodles aren't really going in that well. I'm sure over time they'll soften, and I'm wondering if I even need the extra thing of noodles. Maybe I only need like a little bit. Because I wanted to make sure that this is actually like soupy. I want it to be a broth. I don't want it to be like stew. So yeah, maybe I only need this much noodles for this. We'll see. So I still have the mushrooms to put in to soak up. Come on. Come on. You like my warped spoon? Yeah, so essentially what happened, I'm sure this was just left in a stove, but we have another kind of scooper thing that's meant for like spaghetti, but it's really hard to wash. I always like will wash it and then I'll look at it when I go to dry it and it's still dirty and I'm like, what the hell? This washes way easier. By the way, do you like my shirt? This is one of Cheap Lazy Vegan's merch for her and her mom's. I always want to call it like a store or a shop. It's called Cafe Monique. Oh my god. So it's Savage Beast. Yeah. I really like this color. So can't wait to go to her restaurant again and get some food and like pose on this shirt with it. Yeah, I don't like make trips to Calgary that often. Jeff makes trips way more than I do for work. Definitely tried their glass noodle dish. What is that called? Whatever it's called, it's with dumplings and it's delicious. And you should definitely try it. They also made vegan eggs bennies, and apparently they're serving it every day now, so yeah, you should try that too. I haven't tried it yet. Eggs bennies wasn't even really a thing that I really even liked when I wasn't vegan, but I'll still try it. It'll probably still taste decent. I really liked their fishless sandwich thing too. That was really good. And I tried a bite of like their egg bagel type thingy, so I would assume that since I liked that I'd probably like the eggs benny too. Yummy. Letting those vegetables. They're vegetables, right? They're not herb. Yeah. Letting those vegetables soak up into the flavoring. Yeah. I always forget about this weird pink thing that's like on the white fungus. And it's like kind of more hardened, and so sometimes I like cut it off because I don't know if you're supposed to eat that. It's like it reminds me like it's like the end of something, you know? Excuse me, like how you would cut off the end of a carrot. I don't know. Does anybody know? Yeah. Because the other parts of it is, it's like sprouting up quite nicely and everything. I mean, that's the part that's in the water, so let's just turn it over. Let's see if the other side gets okay. I don't know. I'm getting scared. I can't get the broth. Ouch! Ouch! There's too much stuff in here. This hurts. Yeah, definitely needs more flavorings. Garlic and herb. In you go. In you go. Lots of you. And I'm gonna put some sea salt, because that garlic and herb has no salt in it. Dun 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 dun. So I hope that this video will inspire you guys to try and look inside your cupboard to like experiment with things. Definitely use spices that you know you love and sauces and that sort of thing that you know that you love when you're experimenting, and then try a few things that you don't know about too much about and go from there. Yeah, because if you use all ingredients that you've never used before, then I mean, I guess unless you're completely new to cooking, but if you used all ingredients that were foreign to you, you'd be like, what is this? And you wouldn't know what it was about the dish that you didn't like. But if you just add a few things that you haven't really cooked too much with, Like for me, I haven't used like these dried mushrooms that often. I haven't tried making my own soups from like vegetable broth that often. So I mean, I just gotta learn how to like flavor it nicely, essentially. And I just want to say that I do realize that a lot of people probably already make their own soups from scratch like this, or even more so from scratch by like making your own broth. So to you, this video is probably super boring, but to other people, maybe it'll be inspiring. I don't know. I don't know. To me, I never make my own broth. I just buy store-bought soups, and yep. I know it's supposed to be really easy. Like my mom would always say to cut off the ends of different produce and stuff like that, and then she would put it into the freezer, and then she boils it with like half an onion. And she said then it makes a really great vegetable soup broth, and so I tried that once. I started to freeze them, but then it got really freezer burnt, so I just threw it out. Like, it just didn't end up working out for me. But someday, I'll try that, Mommy. I will. Yeah, so I'm still not, like, super impressed with, like, the end piece. I think I'm gonna have to chop it off and then... Like, how do you normally chop it off? Because it's all dried and it was super hard to break apart to begin with, so... Are you supposed to wait till it gets hard, like soft like this, and then take it out of the pot and like cut it? Because that's usually what I have to do. It's a lot of work to do it that way. So yeah, this has like the weird orangey stuff, and then this doesn't. I feel like I'm wasting a lot, especially this one. So here's the dilemma, folks. There's not a whole lot of liquid in there. And so I'm thinking of adding water and then like one of these, but then I'm looking at how much sodium is in it, and I'm like, should I add half of these? It's just like one of these square little, it's a rectangle, it's not square. But there's how much? Per half of it, yeah, per half of it there's like, where's the sodium? 890 milligrams, what the F? So yeah, I think I'm gonna half it. What? That's a lot. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, that's the dilemma. I started out with trying to be healthy, but we all know that I've been eating a lot of junk food, so I feel like trying to eat something that's really, really healthy won't taste very good. It's soaking up all the liquid. What the hell? Oh, I suck. Alright, this one might be a fail. We'll see by the end if I can make it more of a soup. So I've thirds it. 1/3. Adding in some more water. Make it into a soupy soup. Hopefully this still turns out. I guess I can always add more of that broth if it wasn't enough. There's always that. I feel like this needs more spice, so I'm gonna add some cayenne pepper. Just sprinkling it in a little bit. Sprinkling hemp hearts onto it to be fancy. Ooh. It also gives it some protein, some fats. I need to buy more hemp hearts soon. So I'm busy over here trying to take a thumbnail and spilling. It's hard to like tilt the bowl and make it actually look nice and look like there's a lot of food in it without spilling it. I was like, oh, make a diamond shape, that looks pretty, and it made it like pour a whole bunch. Oops. Okay, so going to taste test, I have been kind of sampling the broth a little bit from the pot. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I'm like so surprised. And that was the white fungus. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm trying to decide if I wanted to add some chili garlic sauce. I think I also got this from Superstore. I was looking for red pepper sauce or whatever, like Cheap Lazy Vegan uses it in her recipes, but I couldn't find it there, so I probably have to check out like TNT or something like that. Anyways, I haven't added any of this to anything before. Just gonna add a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. I'm not someone that can have a lot of spice, so I say that and then I just stick that on my tongue. I've learned that the hard way. Like, I like spice, but my body doesn't handle it too well. I can go into that story some other time. But it's basically a time in Thailand I just had too much spice in something. My body just doesn't handle the spices well anymore. Mmm. Mmm. Actually makes it taste really good. Yeah. Okay. And it's not too spicy, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm being brave. That's a fair bit. Everybody's like, girl, a fair bit would be like a tablespoon. That'd be too much. Okay. It makes it smell nice too. I was honestly thinking this was gonna be a fail. You saved the day. Actually, it was decent. It was like a 3.5 to 4 out of 5 before. Now it's like closer to 5 out of 5. I kind of feel like it's missing something. Like I could like play around with it a bit more before it becomes like a really great recipe. But for now, like I would say this is like 4.5, almost a 5. Yeah. So I hope you guys liked this video. If it does inspire you to make something else in the kitchen, please feel free to tag me on Instagram at veganliving247 or just comment down below with some different things that you've made recently out of your cupboard, just random ingredients that you've thrown together, because I would love to know and get some inspiration. Let me know if you've ever like cooked either with this sauce before for something else, like what else would this be good for, or if you've used the dried mushrooms, just other different types of soups and sauce recipes. That's something that I need to like work on, is sauces. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Veg, peace, and love. Boop, 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 boop. Bye.